we go. What's up, good people? How y'all doing tonight? What's
Hello.
going on with you? And I want to first and foremost, I want to apologize for my tardiness. The podcast is supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I ended up getting off work late, and I was trying to haul ass home. And when I got here, everybody was already suited and booted and ready to go, except for Ariana and shit. So, what's going on, John? What's up, Dr. Shelley? What's up, Ariana? What's up, Trey? What's good with y'all?
What's
What's
up?
up?
What's going on, man?
What you guys say, Ariana? Because I know you got something to say, bro.
I ain't got nothing to say, man.
Okay, all right.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I got something to say.
What you want me to say? I mean, this is normal for you. That's the only thing I have to say. Like, this is not anything that I think Dr. Shelley or myself is surprised about.
Yeah, you can't talk about my tardiness.
Yeah, you could try to fool everybody else. You could fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Is what I say.
What you was about to say, Dr. Shelley?
You know, my tardiness. You can't say nothing about my tardiness.
Okay, all right.
Things happen. You know, we understand.
All right, because I was about to say you about to fall right into the narrative what I've been talking about you all week. You always gonna agree with Ariana.
That is not that.
We'll see. We definitely will see. Other than that, man, how y'all doing? How's y'all week? Have y'all actually fucking recovered from Midnight Madness yet? Those who participated, or nah? Because I think I just got my rest back probably like a day ago. Yesterday.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
About the same?
Yeah, my legs are a little sore. I've been walking slow last couple of days, but
all right, how about you, Dr. Shelley? First of all, Dr. Shelley is a fucking alien because she left Midnight Madness, caught her flight that morning back to Atlanta after playing all night. Caught her flight back to Atlanta that morning. Went home, changed her clothes, and then left right back out to go to a dodgeball game.
Wait a minute, I washed my butt. Then I went to my dodgeball game.
I mean, only you know that. I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna flip them out.
I got it. Oh, well, that is something that somebody on this particular podcast does. They don't wash their drawers; they just flip them inside out. They get a 2-for-1.
Oh
no, mine is one and done.
Hold up, you throw them away or you wash them?
In the hamper.
Because if you throw them in the trash, that's something different. You're on a different level right there. You're on a different level.
Here's the thing, Dr. Shelley. What you're gonna have to realize is that eventually laundry day. If you want to preserve that detergent, preserve that water bill. I just managed. I've come to the grips where it's just that they're saying work smart, not hard. And so flipping them inside out, there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, if that's what floats your boat,
and his boat is definitely floating with that shit. Come on, for sure.
Stop it.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, John Bill and Trey, would y'all flip y'all boxers inside out?
Nah, I'm with you, Shelly. I'm one and done.
Yeah, I think I'd have to toss them after that.
Must be what they say. Must be nice.
Hey, what you say, Aaron? You can tell who got money.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell who got money. Must be nice.
Oh snap!
So GP, I think we should do. Take a moment real quick to introduce who we have on the call, and let's dive straight into it.
Well, I'll leave that up to Dr. Shelley. I'll leave it up to Dr. Shelley to introduce our guests, and then we'll go from there. We'll go straight into it. We'll go straight into it. We'll talk about Midnight Madness. We'll talk about the rundown, how everything went that night, and then we'll go straight into the Bayou Bash.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so America, I would like to welcome 2 players from the winning team, the intermediate division, the Breakfast Club. This is also their first time playing with Legacy Sports. So, of course, their first time with Midnight Madness. So, we have some newbies here. So, let's welcome John Bell, and we have Trey.
There we go. What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on?
So for starters, let's start with you, John Bell. Tell us how you find out about this and how did you get involved?
So I know someone that played in the tournament last year, and they couldn't stop talking about it. And then Sam, she talked to Tiny, and basically just said, hey, we this tournament is a hot topic, so people, I guess it closed real fast, so we try to get it, a spot, and thankfully, because I didn't know, I only knew Trey and Trin coming into this, but I met a lot of great people, and a lot of great kickball players. Yeah, it was great. I had a blast.
Your experience was good.
Yeah, and right after I stayed and I watched all the advanced games too. There's some great kickball out there.
So John, where you from?
New York.
Oh, you from New York? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be a perfect segue for you later, Ariana. It's gonna be a perfect segue for you later.
What part?
I live in West Harlem. Like I don't know if you know where Dinosaur Barbecue is.
I do.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've been there one time. I've been there one time. Yeah, I've been there one time. Like it's like near a bridge or something like that,
Yeah, it's right by Riverside Drive.
Yeah, my brother, not my brother, my cousin used to stay off Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to stay off Riverside. So he was the one that used to rant and rave about Dinosaur. And when I went there for the first time in 2018.
Okay.
And I had it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just so you know, a perfect segue to that, but we're going to come back to it. But there's going to be a Turf Wars is having a tournament in New York this year. In is it in May, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, May.
I mean, when I say in May, I'm thinking you're going to follow with the date, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, May 2026. No. May 16th and 17th. No, but I want these gentlemen to get an opportunity to kind of talk about the experience, and because we're gonna segue into that, we'll talk about that.
But I just didn't want to miss the moment because I know my brain be fucked up and I'll forget all about it. But
it's like for this quick commercial break.
All right, so yeah, it's May 16th and 17th. We're gonna be at Randall's Island. It's gonna be an amazing event, amazing experience. It's gonna be our first time hosting a tournament in New York.
Hey man, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. We haven't had a big tournament in a long time, so we're looking forward to that.
No, so quick. We was doing our podcast and the legends never die. We had little code words. If we say that's dope, that means wrap that shit up. Let's move on to the next one. So that's why after I said it, he stopped talking. But no, straight up. I want to make sure that information got out there, being as though you up there and you familiar with that area. So we want to make sure everybody's support. But back to Midnight Madness, man. My question for you, and Trey, going into it, what were y'all thoughts about playing in the tournament? Not only playing in the kickball tournament, but playing overnight and in an inside facility. Did you think that the facility was going to be able to accommodate the kickball that you know, and from what you've seen, that it was going to be enough room? And what was your expectations versus what you actually saw when you got there?
Trey, do you want to share what you put on the group chat?
Yeah, I guess I can answer that. So, honestly, I really didn't know because me and John played in New York in November. So I didn't really know what the weather was going to be like going into the tournament. So I found out like a week before it was an indoor facility. But I was never really worried going into it. Yeah, that's not really a worry for me. I mean, the ball.
So you saying you can play with everybody and anybody, so you don't worry. You just gonna do your job. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you got to do.
Okay.
People run into you or not. I mean, it's gonna be a live play. You got to be able to play.
Yeah, long as the balls are called and you do your job. So, John, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
So, going in not knowing anyone, from the team. What were your thoughts? Like, what were you thinking going into it, knowing you're not gonna really know anyone?
I gotta ball out. Like if I want to play, I'm gonna have to show myself, show what I can do, and you know, just give it everything I got. Hustle plays, whatever it takes. That's always the case because when you join a team with people that they've been playing together for however long.
They won last year
together.
too. That's right. I forgot to mention the Breakfast Club won last year. So you both joined a winning team. So
Yeah, that's another thing that I did not know going into.
oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, I didn't know that they had won last year.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So they're the 2-time champs.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
let me get this.
it was a
So let me get this straight. This is both of your first times playing in a kickball tournament.
No, this is my first legacy tournament.
First legacy. Okay.
Yeah, my first legacy tournament.
This was
we
my
tried to do
first
another one, but half of our team was on one side of the age bracket, and the other half it was I think it was cut off at 35. So half of us were over 35, and the other half was under 35. So it was kind of tricky.
Got you.
But yeah,
But
this
you
one,
guys
that's perfect.
And you actively play currently in New York. You actively play up there.
Yeah, I play in Brooklyn Kickball Club. I play with LI Kick. I play I play in a what's it called? It's a Volo.
Okay. Volo. Yep.
League too, but yeah. And then I've been traveling for like maybe three years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Trey?
So I've been playing in tournaments since I believe September last year. Goombay was my first tournament, Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
But this was my second legacy tournament, my first Midnight Madness.
Got you. Okay.
But yeah, we've been preparing for a while. I locked in with Vivi, and we were practicing since what is it? We've been practicing since like December.
Got you. Copy that.
Yeah.
I think me personally having individuals like you on this podcast, I think this is a very important part and phase to what kickball tomorrow looks like. Being able to bring in new and fresh faces into a community that all of us are working so hard to build. And for you all getting a chance to experience this for the first time or the second time, and having good experiences, I think it only continues to help us build in terms of now the next time you come back, you may bring a friend or you may tell a team, hey, I had an amazing experience at Midnight Madness and it was this, and this. And, as a result, we see more and more players coming into the community and seeing this grow. So that's what it's all about, man. Really trying to get new players and things like that to be a part of this. So I love it, and I think it's dope.
Yeah, I definitely shout out to both of you guys, and shout out to Dr. Shelley for having the vision to bring new and fresh faces in, so we can ask these questions that we normally ask people. But it's very dynamic to hear from a different perspective, especially from the outside looking in, that's never really played with us that much, to be able to give your experience and your perspective as to what's going on. Another thing, what did you see, or how did you feel about the talent? This was going to be to John, playing in this particular tournament. How different is it from the competition you play up in New York versus what you've seen this past weekend?
So for the most part, not everywhere, but for the most part, the local leagues is slow pitch. Some of them don't even have balls or strikes. So, if you don't like the pitch, you don't have to kick at it. But the first league I ever did was in it was a Waka league in Central Park, and they had balls and strikes. That was the first one I ever did. But then I think they got bought out by Volo, and then they switched the rules around a little bit. So I was kind of been chasing, that higher level of competition because, with the strike zone comes, the faster pitching and the spins and all that. As a result, I just travel a lot, in order to get it just I love the game. And in order, so I'll try to find tournaments. I have friends in Atlanta. I've been playing with some of Trey's friends for a few years now. They actually I met them at a Brooklyn tournament, and I've just been every opportunity I get. I say, hey, there's a tournament here. You guys want to go? Oh, they're always down. I'm talking about Puma and Karen and all those guys. Trey, made great friends at tournaments. And they're just kind of pushing me. It's like, you know what, this is fun, but you're missing a whole lot. Like there's a whole different world out there. And I've just in the last couple of years or so, I've been traveling. I see a tournament, looks like fun. I take advantage.
And how about you, Trey?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
So the question is, but with the competition you normally play in the competition of this past tournament, what were the differences in what you've seen?
So I normally play Go Kickball in Atlanta.
Okay.
And I mean, some of the people who play travel play Go Kickball too. So depending on who you're playing, it may be a competitive game. People like Puma or Hayden. But Call It Elite is always not Call It Elite, but I'm sorry, Legacy is always one of the most some of the most competitive kickball that I see. Like Call It Elite, this Midnight Madness tournament, especially the advanced side is. If you go and look at some of them games, there's some real high level kickball being played.
Yeah. Did you happen to see that particular highlight play that we posted from the Deja Vu game when Kaya caught that foul ball?
I didn't see it live.
And she did the backflips.
Yeah, man. I
saw the backflips.
That girl is amazing. She's athletic as hell, and she makes those type of plays routinely. It was just so happened we was able to actually catch it on camera, but she makes those type of plays routinely. And again, like it was posted on the reel that she made that play at 5:13 in the morning. I mean, to be up and still have your whereabouts, so as to what's going on, to still be able to make plays like that at that particular hour, being up all night. I mean, that's just a testament to how much these people love this game and how much they're willing to do to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, absolutely, that was impressive. I mean,
and what is it about Tiny that she just is able to get people from all walks of life in different places and still has a way to put them together and still, because I think y'all went undefeated, right? Oh no, did y'all have one?
We had a tie.
Yeah, y'all tied Barbarians. That was a pretty good team too. But
that was a good team.
When y'all played them the second time, y'all had their number. But I don't know.
I'm gonna put that loss on my hands, but
why?
That's a conversation for another day.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not.
It is what it is, though.
I mean, accountability is always great too. But your team had your back, and they made sure that the second time y'all faced them, y'all handle business. So that's what it's all about.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Your team having your back, and they still had trust in you to go back out there and do it again. So you did that. But that's what it's all about. So what was it about y'all coaching, man? That what was being said in those huddles in between games, in between plays, to let y'all know that, hey, this is our tournament to win, as long as everybody go out there and do their job.
I don't even recall.
I mean, she definitely believes in us.
I don't, because it was like we was talking to each other too. So it wasn't just on the coach. We were communicating with each other on the field as well. So we were just locked in. That's all I can really say. I really don't even did we? Maybe I don't know. I was there, but I don't recall what was like that.
I'm gonna say
the coaches definitely were giving good input.
They were talking, but
they was letting us know what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but honestly, the work that we did
in a given situation.
Yeah, I feel like the work we put in before prepared us for the tournament. So, I mean, they trusted us to do what they had seen us do before, and it was pretty much easy work after that.
Yeah, I had
It was
confidence
there
in
with
everyone on my team.
alternating like in and out, so it was like it was a system.
Yep.
So I didn't have any complaints.
Me neither.
So I would say this, Ariane. I think this is the cheat code right here. Is to have kickball tournaments overnight because motherfuckers be so sleepy and delusional. They ain't gonna argue no call because they're not really sure if they saw what they think they saw because they sleepy.
Like, you got it.
Good point. Good
Like,
point. Good point.
I don't even feel like arguing because I'm sleepy as hell. So whatever.
Right. No, I mean, listen here. I mean, honestly, I don't see how you all are even up on this podcast right now, considering what you've put your body through. Because I did Midnight Madness last year, and I was out of there by 2:00. I said, "Y'all got this."
What?
Yeah, I had to go. I said, "Dr. Shelley, you were way past my bedtime."
I only left because I had to catch a flight. My flight was 7 that morning, so I couldn't stay.
Well, there was some other reasons why I had to leave too. My hotel was a little bit further out. I booked my hotel in DC, not really, putting 2 and 2 together, and yeah.
Well, we had teammates that were playing with Makai. They signed up for both. So as soon as we won our championship, they switched jerseys and took the field with his team.
Mm-hmm.
That's even. They must have played 10, 11 games.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess that's another surefire way to make sure you up the whole night if you're still playing. But what happened with that particular instance is that because the weather was an issue, a lot of people who were coming from out of town, their flights got canceled or they were unable to make it. So being as though that we did it this way, where intermediate was first and advanced was second, some people from advanced was willing to come down and fill in and take the place of the players that couldn't make it so the team could have enough people to play. And so that's the reason why they ended up being able to play both sides and they ended up having to play all them games throughout the night. But normally, in order for you to play both divisions, you have to pay for both divisions. So that was in between both of the players who's the place they in order for them to be able to play. But congratulations to y'all because y'all did that again, and y'all made it look easy. So y'all had your adversity, but y'all definitely made it look easy. And being as though you guys coming on and playing your first Midnight Madness was so. How did you feel about playing overnight? Did it make you feel some type of way? Because I know a lot of times when you looked at the schedule and seen, damn, I'm be playing all the way till 1, 2 in the morning. It kind of messed with your head a little bit. But did you actually feel like you were playing overnight once you got in there and started playing?
Nah, this was my first Midnight Madness too, so I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell because you can't see outside when you're in the fields. You have no idea. And in my head,
like casino.
Our first game was at 9 p.m. I just treated it like a normal tournament. It's 9 a.m. And then we got one off. Okay, and the next one's at 11 p.m. I treat it like 11 a.m. So technically, we ended at 4 a.m., but I felt like it was 4 p.m. That's how you have to. It's mind over matter, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I got sleepy a little bit.
Oh, at what point?
When we was playing the Barbarians, because I kept asking, were there some chicken wings? Because I just needed something. I was so tired.
Yeah, I remember
getting so sleepy.
Well, people were bringing the food out. Yeah, it's like, oh man, it smells good. Yeah, it's like.
So I was good once I got something in my system. So, but I had fun. It was a great experience.
Yeah, definitely would do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that being said, there are a couple of more Midnight Madnesses coming up this year in Vegas and in Arizona, but we'll get into those dates coming soon. So we want to give a shout out to. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to the winners of. Oh, wait a minute! I think I got Makai backstage. I'm bullshitting. I know he's gonna cuss me out. Nope. I think he might have already left because I had him back there too long. But I wanted to make sure we talked about intermediate first, and then we was gonna get to advanced second. But hey, Makai, if you
shout out to our MVP. Trouble was the MVP.
Oh yeah, Trouble.
Yeah, and Trouble was the MVP of that game. That was dope. Again, another person, because I think she came up and she played last year as well, but she ended up coming back and she played lights out, playing first base, and she was able to capture that MVP. So shouts out to her. So with that being said, I'm going and give a shout out to all the winners from that night. We had certified bullies from the advanced side that won the co-ed advanced championship, and that was Makai's team. We had Samir won the 3-point contest. I feel like, Ariana, if you would have came this time, you would have had this 3-point shootout in the bag.
I think so. You know,
I know for a fact that you could outshoot that man.
Yeah, but you know, we got this next year though. We always got next year. You know,
I will give it to him. He was stroking though. He was stroking. He was shooting lights out. It would have been a tough out for you, but he was definitely shooting lights out. So congratulations to Samir for winning the 3-point shootout. And I just want to give our sponsors for the cornhole. Shout out to Kings and Queens of PG County and the regulated sports cornhole organization who came and they helped and collaborated with us on the cornhole portion of Midnight Madness. They did an amazing job. And the crazy part is the team that won from the advanced side of cornhole was somebody that just happened to be online and saw that we was doing cornhole and they just showed up. They didn't know nobody.
Oh, really?
They didn't know nobody. They just showed up, signed up, paid their money at the day of, and came and walked away with the title and the money. They came and kicked ass. Them motherfuckers could play. They could play. Yeah. So we had some damn near semi-professional people playing, but what we did was we did it to where we gave everybody 4 rounds of, like, let's say pool play, as in kickball terms. We gave them 4 rounds, and then out of the scoring system that you had, and whatever you scored, we broke it down into the top 20, which was the professionals, and the bottom 10, which was like more so like intermediate. And then we had another tournament between those 2 divisions, and they played it out like that. Because we didn't want it to be unbalanced, and where those professionals was playing against the kickball professionals, it's like night and day. It was total. It was a big difference. But so we had those 2 people that won. They'd never seen or heard anything about our organization or the Midnight Madness. They happened to be online and they saw it, came out, played, and kicked ass. So again, reaching out, bringing in new faces into the organizations that we have, I think it's great, and we're going to continue to do such.
I think so. Yeah, I think this is going to be an exciting year. I think it's going to be a year where we do see a lot of new faces. I'm optimistic, and I believe that wholeheartedly because I just see a lot of, effort being made by a lot of us to just really kind of try to get the word out and expand our reach. So I definitely agree with you on that statement, GP.
And I have one last question for you and John as far as Midnight Madness goes, and then we can talk about some other stuff that y'all want to bring up. How did y'all feel about the facility?
Oh, phenomenal. I never seen a full ice rink and then a big swimming pool. And
I didn't see the pool.
They had a nice pool in there. It's phenomenal. Like it was great. I mean, you could literally hang out there, play sports all day. It must have been a basketball court because I didn't see that. But
you missed the basketball court?
Actually, no. I take it back. It was on the left, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I saw it.
Yeah.
It was a great facility.
They have everything there. Like you said, they have 2 hockey rinks. They have
2 hockey rinks.
It was 2 hockey rinks. It was one up
top. Dr. Shelley, where was you at?
The bar.
She didn't walk the whole thing, but they definitely have an Olympic sized pool. They also have a water park in there that you probably didn't see because it was on the backside.
I didn't see that.
They have an obstacle course like for kids when they have the birthdays and shit. They have, like you said, they had the basketball court.
I saw the arcade. They had an arcade.
They had an arcade and they had a restaurant and a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, it like you said, it's definitely top of the line. And I think it just opened up like around I think like 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And then it was always 24 hours. And then after COVID is shut down, they just started opening during the day. But I think they just started opening back up 24 hours because we were supposed to try to do this Midnight Madness thing years ago, but COVID ended up shutting it down. So the first chance that we got, once it opened back up 24 hours, we was right back at it. So yeah, it's definitely a state of the art. There's two of them. There's one here, and they have another brand with it that's built in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's super tough.
And the thing about it is, it's not just only that; it's actually a fucking school from first grade to 12th grade, and it just specializes in whatever particular sport that you play. If you play football or basketball, they specialize in that sport where you do your training and all that. But then they also have teachers from the virtual side and the classroom side to do your work as far as what you have to do as far as hands-on teaching in your particular grade as well. So it's dope. It's dope. It's like one of them IEG schools. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of damn school is that?
Huh?
I was about to ask, what kind of school is that?
Yeah, it's one of them ones. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I still have fun.
So Ariane, what you got? You got the Bayou Bash coming up this weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you and let you talk about that a little bit.
So we gotta make sure, like John Bell and Trey, are y'all still good? You want to keep hanging with us?
Yeah, come on, hang out with us. I mean, I think it's a breath of fresh air. You know, we have people hanging out with us, but you know, yeah, obviously we have our stuff coming up, but you know, before we dive into that, I think, you know, again, kudos to Legacy GP, you and the entire team for what you all managed to pull off, you know, last weekend. I think it's important for us to highlight as we're entering a new year, a new season, and just really kind of starting off and setting the tone to a strong year. You know, you all did that. You all really kind of, you know, helped set the tone. And that's important for like other organizations like us, because you have a community of players that are watching and they're seeing it and they're getting their itch to get back out there. And when they hear that the experiences are great experiences, it makes them want to get out there even more. So shout out to y'all for what y'all were able to do last weekend, man. Hats off to y'all. We do have Thank you. We do have the Bayou Bash coming up this weekend in New Orleans. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. You know, for us, it's our first time in New Orleans, and it's our first time ever hosting a tournament this early in the year. We've never done anything earlier than March, and now we're doing something in February as well as in a new market. So for us, there was a lot of excitement coming into this, you know, just really kind of getting the opportunity for us to see what we're able to do in a sense, you know. I think we picked an amazing weekend in terms of Super Bowl weekend, and then as we're entering the Mardi Gras season with Fat Tuesday being, you know, the following Tuesday and things like that to kind of set the tone. So I say that to say that the city is going to be very live, very, very lively, very busy. And we get an opportunity to bring our audience into the city, a small portion of our audience into the city to partake in that. So, you know, we're looking forward.
Don't forget Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, yeah, you know, we're Super Bowl Sunday, and then again we're entering Mardi Gras season. And what I'll say about that is, with this being our first time, again, we're super excited about even having the opportunity to plant the seed in New Orleans. You know, we've seen in the past where it's been attempted, but unfortunately for whatever reason it wasn't able to actually happen. And so for us to come along and make it happen, I'm I'm very thankful for that. What you can expect from our event is going to be very similar to what you saw last week in terms of just, a lot of teams coming out, having a good time, having a lot of fun, but competing at a very high level. We're going to do our best to really try to make sure that we document this, showcase this as much as possible to a lot of the players and teams that weren't able to make it, just as a way for us to stay connected that weekend. But excited about that. Things kick off on Friday. And we hope to close out with a bang on Sunday. I know GP ran off, but that's really what we have for Saturday and Sunday. And then, obviously we'll start looking at what's to follow in terms of our Battle of the States tournament that's coming up in March in Tampa. All of the teams that are going to be competing in that are going to be state specific. So teams are built by state. You either have to currently live in the state or be born in the state that you're representing. And so that's going to be in Tampa at a new facility, March 21st and 22nd. And then, John, we're coming to you in May 16th and 17th. We'll be in Manhattan at the Randall's Island. It's our first time hosting there. It's going to be really dope. We partnered with the New York Mets for this event. After we planned it, we learned that the Subway Series was happening that same weekend, opening Subway Series. So we got tickets for the Yankees Mets, where we're going to do like a pre-tournament social there on that Friday to really kick off the weekend, followed by the true meet and greet experience. And then we're going to get straight into it. We have already drawn some interest for some teams out of New York, LI Kick, and Dennis and his team and a few others. They have shown interest in wanting to be a part of it. We're partnering with one of my good buddies that I went to college with, Chris. He runs a kickball league in Brooklyn called Recess Kickball League. Their kickball looks a lot like the kickball that we remember playing as kids. It's that entry level type where you kick it, you run, you have a good time, and it's not high octane. And so for us, we're going to be integrating that type of kickball into the experience in Manhattan, so that we can kind of bring both worlds together. And we're doing it in the format of a new division called the Recess Division, which will be facilitated by him and his team. And so just a lot to look forward to. Following that, we'll be in Gatlinburg. So it's a lot of exciting things. But in terms of immediate events, Q1, Bayou Bash in New Orleans this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we got. So, I'm excited and nervous at the same damn time, and I don't know why, but I always get nervous before these tournaments. I always get nervous.
Why you get nervous?
It's like you get butterflies before a big game, Dr. Shelley. You know what it's like. It doesn't matter how many times you've practiced laying that bunt down 3. When the big game comes, those butterflies start to come, and it's like, man, and somebody be like, you practiced this 1,000,001 times. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that you get nervous for these things, So
yeah, I mean, I get it. It's almost like gas. So once you release it, you should be fine. So
That makes sense.
Yeah, so
I mean, really think about it. Once it's released, you're good. So
you good, but if anybody is around you, they may not be. That's the thing. So I don't know how good of an analogy that was.
I mean, you don't have to admit it's you. You can like, oh, who did that? Y'all nasty.
Those are the worst ones, because if it's a side, what the SBD, solid but deadly is what we would call those. So yeah, I don't know.
There y'all go.
Yeah, Dr. Shelley being nasty. That's all.
America,
that's normal. That's normal for her.
Don't do that. That is not me. I am such a delicate flower, y'all. Stop it.
But no, so I do kind of like, because we do these podcasts a lot, right? And really, and I'm kind of shifting directions a little bit, GP. I hope you don't mind. But we got Trey, we got John on this podcast, and really do we have opportunities to have new blood on the podcast. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to kind of gain insight in terms of questions that we are things that we would love to learn from them, like as players that are kind of, really kind of establishing a footprint on the travel kickball scene. What are some of the things you like? What are some of the things you don't like? What are some of the things love to see from organizations. I think these are helpful for not only us on this panel, but anyone else who's watching who probably wants to kind of, understand, from a new player's perspective, what are things that they would like to see, because we hear it all the time, but we hear it from seasoned players. Seasoned players give us their perspective in terms of what they would like to see the experience look like. And while it's valuable information, rarely do we get the chance to find out what the new players want. And so love to find out from y'all.
So when choosing a kickball tournament, well, you know what? Not even when choosing a kickball tournament. When you have plans to go to a kickball tournament, what's the first and foremost thing that you look forward to, or what makes you decide I'm going to go to this particular tournament? And when you get there, what are your expectations?
I mean, I think for me, what it is, yeah, is it a place I've ever been to before? Or have I been there in a while? But time of the year for sure. You don't want to kind of go into a place where it's going to be super cold at that given time. But also just things to do. For you're going to be there for 2-3 days. What other activities can you plan around the kickball? So I think for at least for New York, that Subway Series game, that's going to be huge. Get people to come to New York. That's the biggest rivalry, or one of the biggest rivalries in baseball.
It's one of the biggest rivalries in sports, man.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And then apart from that, I think you have friends that that kind of want to join you, but also just kind of vary. If you always go to the same place, it's nice, but you kind of want to see a variety of different places. So I think, but yeah, just activities like what's the downtown life like, and yeah, a little bit of variety. You don't always want to do the same type of thing every time. So maybe a place that's near the beach, a place that maybe Vegas or something, or is gambling. So yeah, I guess just it's not just the tournament itself, but also like what the city has to offer.
John, and I'm going to jump in real quick.
Sure.
I'm so glad you said that. And you gave that, because nothing that you said just now had anything to do with actually playing kickball at all. You said you look at, what did you say? You look at time of year, you look at the destination, you look at, whether or not your friends are going to be able to do leisure activities. Is there a beach nearby? Like, and so if someone who is doing organizing events is listening to this and hearing this, what you're telling us is that it's bigger than the game. It's about the experience. It's about so many other things. And so when you're creating these events, if you're only putting focus and attention into the kickball component, you're missing so much more in terms of what the player is actually really there for, and I think that's why it's important, like, to really, when you build these events, you got to build them as experiences, like this, like aside from Midnight Madness that you guys just participated in, Legacy is really known for like some of the experiences that they create and put together outside of the field, the social environment where players are hanging out, having a good time, connecting and drinking and laughing and things like that, because those are elements that are important, like we are doing in New York with the Mets game, right? Like trying to get players to experience what a Subway Series environment is like. Oh, wow, playing the game that they love. So I know I could ramble, but I feel like what you just now shared is so important, because a lot of times we get so caught up as organizers and saying, oh, kickball. Man, you could play kickball tonight if you wanted to. You play anywhere. What are you bringing to the table that's really going to allow them to have an experience that, kickball is aside from kickball? So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
How about you, Trey?
Honestly, all that sounds good, but I'm like the opposite. Like I'm only focused on the kickball and the travel, really, pretty much. Like I just want to play high level kickball. I can travel on my own time, because you're mostly only going to be there for like a weekend. So that's going to give you a day to get there, get ready, play. Like you may go out after the game, but yeah, I'm just focused on kickball. I want the best people to be playing. I want all the best teams to be there. That's pretty much all I'm focused on, honestly.
And you see that dynamic, night and day. One is for the leisure. The other one, I can travel on my own time. I want to see what the competition and what the players like.
But
You know
that's
what I'm
why
saying?
that's why it's important. That's why it's important. That's how you're able to have both of these gentlemen on the call, because your experiences encompass all.
Right.
You deliver top-notch, high-level, high-octane kickball while still providing experiences outside of kickball that's going to be able to bring a John and a Trey to your event.
Yeah.
Because if you only focus on one, only Trey coming or only John's coming. So that's what I'm, you know what I'm saying? So like that's the importance of making sure that you create these experiences, you know. So
exactly.
You know, yeah.
Exactly.
And it's even better that Trey's response was that makes it even more of a reason why it falls into what it or it justifies what we're saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like the meet and greets.
So I was just about to say that as far as like Legacy, we normally do a meet and greet, but for the Midnight Madness, we just figured that people just need to get their fucking rest for the day.
Couldn't do it.
And then just worry about getting in town. Because a lot of people, because the games aren't until Saturday night, Saturday evening, a lot of them are coming in Saturday morning anyway. So, you know, they're probably not going to be they're not going to be there the night before for no meet and greet, nothing like that. So we just want to, for this particular one, we just want to concentrate on the game and the atmosphere of the game itself and ensure that is a good, and that's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Atmosphere was great.
I love it, man. And you know, I think all of us, you know, we all work really hard. The players as well too, because you know, one of the things that Trey mentioned that I think is very, very important is the work that he put in just to prep for this event, the practice and the reps that he was getting in, you know. But you know, just like how you and Dr. Shelley and John, I'm sure you're getting your reps through local league and stuff like that. The work that Legacy Sports put in to make sure that when you guys arrived, that they created the perfect stage for you all to exhibit exactly what you've been practicing leading in. And so it's a job that's required, or that all of us are putting in, leading in and all around. And I'd love to see how it just unfolds on the day of. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that's the most beautiful thing. You see things kind of unfold in a bad way when somebody's not doing their job. And when we get feedback and results like what we saw this past weekend, everybody did their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about, you know, GP talked about and asked questions in terms of like kind of what are some of the things that you look for when you're coming to a tournament. But one of the questions that I have is, what are some of the things that you believe are ways to attract new players? You know, because one of the things that we see as organizers is we see that reluctancy from newcomers to really dive straight into this type of kickball. Not a lot of people are wired or cut out for what Trey is cut out for, where he wants all the smoke. A lot of people not wired like that. They have this nostalgia with kickball that they remember when they were in third grade, and it's only played at a certain level. And to think of it being played at such a high level as it is today as adults, it kind of they have some resentment towards it. So what are some of the things that you think are important that we could do to be more welcoming to newbies, to invite them into this game?
Honestly, I would probably say some things. I know there are some league, like John was talking about, leagues in New York where you can only kick. I know that like a recess division where you could only kick could be cool or something like that. But also something like maybe like I seen y'all do a home run derby or something like that. I don't know, things that are like appealing to the newcomer. But I feel like some folks just aren't gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And we have such a tight knit community, and it's kind of like when we get players in the community, we try to hold on to them because we know how hard it is to get people in. And what we're experiencing now, or players are retiring at a faster rate than newcomers are coming in. So it's like, so it's like, we're on the clock here, right? It's like, hey, where you going? Wait, stay, wait. We haven't found. And so like, it's certainly one of those things where there is that now or never type of mentality. Is like we really have to start really kind of getting new players in, because a lot of the players who's been around this game for a really long time are starting to kind of break down. so
Okay,
yeah,
could
it's
I ask you a
important.
question then?
Yeah.
What
Absolutely.
are some of the
1000%.
ways you think you could attract some older players back to the game?
I think some of the ways that you could attract older players back to the game, one of the things that we've seen is like the 40 and up division, right? Where you kind of create the division that's specifically geared towards their age bracket. Because one of the things that we know is that Father Time is undefeated. And somebody like me, I'm a 40-year-old man now, and I love to believe that I can run out. Well, I could still do it. I could still run with the 20-year-olds, but
He's not 40.
but everybody doesn't think like that. And a lot of people are more rational thinkers when they get to a certain age, and they be like, you know what, as much as I would love to run around with 20-year-olds, I just can't. And that's why they retire, because they just feel like physically they can't do what they used to. And in some cases it bothers them. But if you provide a division like the 40 and up division that we've seen, then I think they're more inclined to say, you know what, I could still run, I could still play, and I'm going to be playing with people my age. So that's one thing that I think you could certainly do, which we've seen done, across the board with multiple organizations. We see the 40 and up as something that's done. Something else that I think that could possibly be done. You said for retired players, there's some ideas that I had, but I certainly think creating experiences that cater to some of the more notable teams that we used to see, and invite them back out and maybe make like a special event just for some of those teams, like, and a prime example, this is just an example, I'm just putting it out there, but like GP used to coach a team. He used to have a women's team that he used to coach, and his women's team that he used to coach was really good. Right, those group of women, they were known for winning championships. They did a really good job. But GP no longer coaches the women. If they do play, many of them I don't still see actively playing, or they'll kind of play on other teams, but not together as a unit as they used to. Right. One of the things that could potentially be cool if there was a special invitation for that team to come back, along with some of the other championship teams that we saw come back, and it's just for them. Right, like it's not like, oh, you're going to see these new. So like invitationals, I think as well could potentially be ways where you could invite, players and teams that used to play this game, retired. Maybe doing an invitational is something that I think could pull them back out.
No, I think that's a dope idea.
Yeah.
And that was actually a great question, Trey, because normally the question is always how can we bring in new players, and what you said was how can we bring back the players that once played and bring them back. That's actually a good question.
Yeah, so invitationals are always really good things you could do, and you have a community of players now that I'm sure if they knew that they had that one opportunity to go back against Legacy for one last time, knowing that it's going to be those same women that they played, same age that they were playing, and this is my chance to stick it to them like we had a chance to in 2017, but we missed it. We dropped the ball. All right, now, so almost like what they call them, like those reunion games. You know what I'm saying? We do something like that, and I think that would be a fun way to do it. Like, I don't know if you guys play sports in high school, but I know my high school, they had the anniversary games, those reunion games where, the players, the class of 03 will come out there and they'll be faced up against the class of 2015. And it's open gym, but it's just, you're playing with your classmates from back then, and do something like that. And I think that certainly could be a fun experience, and it could potentially pull some players back out.
Yeah, that would be dope. We need some a Bengay sponsor.
Yeah, we had AARP in Arizona. We had AARP as a sponsor in Arizona. But you could definitely kind of put that in motion, and and I think that'll be really cool. I think it has to be the right organization to do it. Because it has to have the right touch, the right feel. But it could, I definitely think it'd be cool.
And for those type of those games, it's no pool play. It's just straight single limbs because we ain't got.
Yeah, we ain't just be straight single limbs.
We'll be tired.
Straight single limbs,
Well, check engine light gonna come on.
The engine light coming on after the first game.
So
maybe it should be double elimination then.
Yeah, I give you that.
You got double elimination. But what I actually had thought about, because and this was when we released that graphic with our top 40 teams of all time, the top 40 Turf Wars teams of all time. Now, granted, it was just really more so for conversation and engagement and stuff like that. So the dive wasn't as deep when you look at the metrics and the standings and the statistics and stuff like that. But nonetheless, it gave me an opportunity to see so many of the teams that has been playing with us since 2022. And when you see it on paper, you're like, damn, that's a lot of fucking teams that have came and went. And the first thing in my mind was like, man, what if we did a battle of the champions? Every team that won these years, we just invited them and said, hey, look, this is just for y'all. Anybody who wants to watch it or experience it, they can, but this is just for the champions and the runner, and I think we even did a mock bracket where we took champions of all the champions. You remember that, GP, where we did the mock bracket where we took all the champions for 2025, all the intermediate champions. We put their teams on a blank bracket, and we asked the community who would win if all these teams played in the same tournament, and so I think those are cool things you could do. But again, that would have to be a reunion or invitational type of.
I agree.
Dr. Shelley, what are you eating? What are you eating?
Popcorn.
Oh my God! You're just enjoying the conversation.
I'm letting you speak.
She like Mace.
So for you guys, from a social media standpoint, do you believe that kickball is becoming more prevalent on social media? Do you guys see it more, or is it something where you believe that this is something that also has an opportunity for growth, and we can see more kickball on social, which would potentially be ways to attract people?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time I was at a tournament, I saw someone filming. I think they were going live or maybe just filming it for themselves. Our friend Puma. It was the first time I ever seen someone filming. But now you go to some tournaments, you see 3 or 4 cameras. Like Dr. Jelly was going live with our games. Our friend Sarah was going live for her games. I definitely think social media is a huge component of it, especially with the younger generation. They're very, with TikTok and Instagram and things like that. It's definitely a great way to at least grab people's attention. So yeah, but yeah, I remember just the cameras are so much more prevalent now than they were. When I first started playing. So yeah, absolutely. It's definitely the way to grab people in, be it older people or younger people.
Nice.
I think it's going to be the main way that new people start joining is through social media.
Yeah, I do too. And I think if an organization had a viral moment, I think that's why it's important to have certain people on staff with you, because let's just say if you had a viral moment and people from different states are commenting about, oh, I remember this as a kid. Like, to me, that would be especially league players, league organizers, that would be a perfect opportunity in my mind. Like, oh, you interested in kickball, make sure you come out to here. Even if you threw a random, I don't know, scrimmage game or something where people can come out that day, that they can come out and have fun and play and learn kickball. And I feel as though with as many clips and things that are out there, and especially with them going viral, I don't think people are capitalizing on the opportunity. Because it shouldn't be just about, oh, come to my join my league to play, or join my tournament to play. That, I feel like that's an opportunity. Hey, come out here for this one fun day of fun, or whatever you may want to do. Even if you gave out free hot dogs, something to attract people to come out, and you take
definitely free hot dogs. Arion definitely coming, especially if you got them foot longs. He be that boy beating them foot longs with no bun.
Why are y'all like this?
It's him. I just sit back and I listen, man.
Dr. Shelley, when you said free hot dogs, you ain't see his eyes light up.
I don't know nothing.
The fact that when you say these things, you got 4 other people on the podcast, and he's the only one where these type of thoughts come to his mind.
And he called me nasty. I saw the audacity to call me.
I was looking at his face. I saw his face.
Nobody else on this podcast was thinking anything along the lines.
The last time I was at your house, you was like, "You want me to fix something?" And I was like, "Yeah, what you cook?" He was like, "I got these foot longs." I was like, "No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm like, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? So I knew when she said hot dogs, I knew that was your shit. So that's why I went in and said something. But
your mind be in a whole nother place.
My bad.
I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. Dr. Shelley's legit talking about ways to grow the game, and this is what you think about. I don't get it, man. Hey, somebody help me.
I mean, I know what you like.
At the end of the day, America, you guys take advantage of opportunities. That's what I'm trying to say there. Mm-hmm. That's what I would have done if I was an organizer and I had a viral moment. And I will take that viral moment and offer a free fun day of something just to get people out there, or have a clinic, charge $5, whatever you want to do. But at that point in time, I would have took advantage of that viral moment.
No, but I mean, you make a great point, but everybody doesn't understand or know how to take advantage of the moment. They don't know what that means. Because a lot of times you don't know a viral moment until it becomes a viral moment, because it could be something stupid that you never would have thought that was, you know what I'm saying? And then shit that you think there should be a viral moment. The world
know your name. Okay. I would have thought of something. I would have capitalized on that.
This is what I'm gonna say, right? Like, because Dr. Shelley, you make some really good points.
I try.
Right, like you make some really good points. We went viral a lot, and when I say viral, like I mean, like we have multiple videos over 5 million views. Pick one, like multiple. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that has to, because it has to be also put into context. A lot of times, when you go viral, why did you go viral? It may not necessarily be because they were interested. You may go viral because, and 90% of it is criticism, right? Like, so, like I know for us, like we'll post a video with a bunt, it'll get 3 million views, and 90% of the comments is, "Oh, why they bunting the ball?" You know, and so like it's kind of like it's hard to convert that. It's hard to convert that, right? But then also too, I do like the point that the idea is kind of put together like a practice or like an open session or open run and things like that. But when you look at going viral, these are views that are coming from viewers worldwide, right? And so you may have somebody in San Diego who loves this, but you're based out of Charlotte.
But guess what? There's kickball in San Diego, so that's when you can.
Absolutely. This is what we know. There is kickball in San Diego. We make those connections and we foster these relationships with those San Diego-based organizations. But are these San Diego-based kickball leagues what they are seeing on this video that went viral? Because a lot of times it's not. A lot of times the style of play that they're going to get when they play in that San Diego league may be a few tiers below, right?
True.
And then also too, so like it may, like they saw Trey and John's type of kickball being played on the video, and then we're gonna go send them to a San Diego league where it's happy-go-lucky, cup in hand type shit, and they're gonna look at it like, hey, so you may have lost them at that point.
But you got to crawl before you walk.
Absolutely. But what I think what I was saying with that, I'm not making any excuses, because isn't on the point, which we've already started making connections with local leagues and saying to them, look, man, we got people in our inbox asking us, man, hey man, y'all in Houston? No, we're not in Houston, but we know who is. And then we'll hit the organization in Houston, yo, there goes somebody for y'all, because we can't do anything with it. So we do that. But I think that when you go viral, going viral is step one, but converting it, there's a whole nother process to that. That is what I'm saying. It's a lot harder than you may think. And then kind of like with to GP's point, you don't know what's gonna go viral. You just don't know. Like, I've spent a lot of money on videos that I had professionally edited and recorded, and you'll be like, this is the one. This looked like a whole fucking Nike highlight reel. 2 likes. And you'll post a video where you sitting in a parking lot recording a game from your phone, 1 million likes. So you never know. You just don't know. You just don't know which one is going to be the one. And so there's that. That's that too.
So I did have a question for John, because this is one of these basic questions we always ask. Your friends and your friend circle and your friend group up there where you live at, when they say what you're doing this weekend and you're like, oh, I'm about to travel to such and such to play some kickball, what is kind of their reactions in your take and your interest in this game that they may not deem as being a real sport?
Yeah. So usually so people that know me, they know that I play a bunch of kickball. Someone gave me a shirt that says I'm playing kickball. But for people, that I don't know as well, people I work with, they kind of, say, really, you're traveling, you're paying, and how much money are you paying to do this, and things like that. But for the most part, I've been in it for a good amount of time now. A lot of my friends also travel for kickball. Like, Aaron, you mentioned Dennis before. Like, I played with Dennis a lot. But yeah, it's kind of just known. But I definitely get that a lot. And I ask people, like, hey, do you want to come? It's like, oh, why don't we can play kickball here? I'm like, you don't get it. Yeah, it's like there's more to this. There's more to it. There's another level, and sometimes people don't feel comfortable leaving their comfort zone.
That's true.
That's true.
There's more to it out there. I always try to push people, like, come on, just
try it out.
Yeah, and I show them videos, the clips and things like this. Like, you could be part of this. Some people, they kind of get a little nervous and uncomfortable, but some people, you just keep feeding people that are really, they want the smoke. It's out there. It's definitely out there. You just gotta, either you want it or, you gotta stay in your comfort zone. And, but yeah, those are but you're absolutely right. There are people that, you meet them for the first time. It's like, yeah, I'm playing kickball. They just kind of laugh at you. So.
Dennis. Dennis won the MVP in the ESPN game last year with the Purple Cobras.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's Dennis. Oh yeah, he dope.
Yeah, Dennis won MVP. He won MVP last year, and he's based out of New York. Yep. Really cool guy. Had the opportunity to connect with him, and I think for New York, they're working on bringing like 3 or 4 teams. They said they want to put a team in every division, and I'm like, dope. He was like, yeah, we have a team right now asking about recess. Recess is actually the division that everybody's asking about, and I'm like, Interesting.
It's most prevalent one here,
the recess system.
for sure.
Yeah, it's like because I think everybody just wants to like kind of like turn it off weekend for some reason, but everybody's asking about recess. This is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, man, good stuff though.
So I had a question for you, Trey. Almost like something similar to John's, but what was it that got you into playing kickball initially?
My cousin.
Everybody has an origin story.
Yeah. So my cousin had a kickball. He had a little kickball team that used to play on Sundays. It was in a league called Atlanta Sports and Social.
Okay.
And we played, and I joined his team. It was called the Playmakers, and we started winning. I ended up taking over the team for him because he got another job or something like that. I just met friends through the leagues, and I just kind of made my way to go kickball.
But what was it when your cousin asked you to play kickball? What was your initial thoughts like?
Dude, that was your first reaction.
Like, what you talking about, kickball? Like, what you talking about? Like, do you?
Oh, okay. So my first introduction to kickball was my mom. My mom played kickball in the league. It was over in Hidden Valley, Fairview.
ODC.
Yeah, ODC. That's what it was called.
Okay.
She played over there, and I used to go watch her games while I was in high school.
Wow. Okay.
So I used to be cheering my mom on, trying to. Of course, I was a kid. I used to think I knew, so I would help her go out and practice sometimes.
Okay. So your initial thing was
pioneer. You a pioneer.
So the initial thing was, what are all these women doing out here?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. Like, it was a community, it was. I remember seeing a lady fall and bust her whole ass. It was crazy. But yeah, it was like, it was always a good community, competition. I grew up playing baseball. So, it kind of goes hand in hand for me. It's kind of like adult baseball in a way.
Perfect segue. Absolutely.
Cool. Well,
yeah, that's dope, man. You love to hear these stories. You love to.
Honestly, though, if I can just say something, I feel like that could be back to the marketing part about just attracting new customers. I feel like I know where I'm from, Georgia. We don't really hear about, like, in middle school and high school. We don't really think or hear about kickball. I mean, I know if I was in high school and I was to see the girl for VU make that play the other day, like, that would be like make me feel like, dang, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, introducing somebody to that when they're an adult, it's a harder pull, trying to get them to, get interested in a sport rather than somebody who's seen it as a young age. Right. And thinking, oh, I can do that. And then they grow up maybe 3-4 years later.
Nah, you're spot on. You're spot on with it. And the reason why, like, we're being very intentional about having this conversation is because I think that this is a conversation that should not be secret. And this is not a conversation that should be hidden or gatekeeping. Like, this is a conversation when we talk about how to get new people. This is a conversation that needs to be public because every fucking organization needs to hear this and needs to start thinking about some of these ideas and solutions on the parts that they can play to go out there and go try to find new people. It'll be insane for us to have this conversation and try to gatekeep this information, right? Like, go out there and go do what Trey and John are suggesting. We can try to go do it too. Legacy can go try to, like, all of us, let's go out there and let's go try these things, because at least what we know is it'll stop everybody from trying to dig in the same pot of players. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's have this conversation. Let's be public with it, and let's put all of these ideas out on the table and go try the shit. Go try it.
Like, even right now, being that in the school systems, like this, school is about to be over with in a couple of months. Go ahead and go in the school system with the teachers.
Go in them schools. Go in the schools. Go connect with these colleges. Go start these youth leagues. Go create these open practices and these open invites and tryouts and go do all of it.
Go send me some stars.
All of us. Go do all of it. Because that's what it's going to take to grow the community. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, looking at the list of teams that signed up for Legacy, I see the captains, and the first thing I want to do is go jump in that captain's inbox. You ain't growing the game by doing
it. About the roster.
You're not growing the game. You're not growing the game. You overset. You burning the players out if you do that.
Then you be short players, and now you can't play because you done short players because you choosing selective players. It's just so much.
Oh shit, Dr. Shelley got a team. Let me message her. Man, what? Like, okay, like she gonna play because she loves playing kickball, but what are you doing to really go out there and expand your reach? So the ideas that we're having on this podcast, these are public ideas that we hope and pray you hear and you're like, you know what? That's a really good idea. I'm gonna try that. Good. Mm-hmm. That's what it's gonna take, man. That's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take. A lot of us organizations have made. So,
no, I'm saying I'm glad that he said that because we were spot on with the same way of thinking. It was trying to figuring out a way how to get it in these schools, especially in the middle school and high school, and even younger than that. But that's definitely the way. Just trying to figure out how to get into that. It's
quite simple. Well, I don't want to say it's quite simple, but if like here, flag football is now in the school system, and if they can play flag football like women, like kickball can definitely be in the school systems. It's just who is literally going to take the time to go out and speak to the superintendent or whoever you need to speak with and try to get this organized sport within the school system. Right. Like there's ways to do it, but like you're going to have to want to do it. And the thing is, people looking at money, and yes, we all want to make money, but if you position yourself the right way, the money is eventually going to come. But that's a different type of mindset to think about.
Different type of mindset, but then you also look at not only the mindset, and I think a lot of times too, I think people get it misconstrued when they say like they look at an organization's success. They look at the success and then automatically equate the success to what that organization is driven by or wants. So they would look at a Legacy and say, oh, Legacy got all these teams. They all about the money. But they don't look at the investment Legacy made in a state-of-the-art facility like the St. James and all the money that they had to put out to create an experience to get those teams. Right. They just see the teams come and they're like, oh, yeah, all about them. And it's never really like that. They may not even know if Legacy profited or not from that project. What we do know is that they made a hell of an investment to create an experience at a state-of-the-art facility that a lot of other organizations wouldn't even think about doing if they saw how much it costs to do it there. You see what I'm saying? And so I think sometimes we got to get out of the mindset of thinking about what these organizations are making, how much they're making, before we start looking at, well, damn, how much are they investing? How much are they really putting up to really kind of create experiences like that's changing the game, evolving the game? The investment Legacy Sports just made this past weekend, I can assure you, a lot of organizations don't want to touch that. They want that. They want John and they want Trey. They don't want the invoice that Legacy had to pay for that. They don't want that, right? So like, it's education that comes along with this thing too. We got to educate these people and let them know, hey, look, you got some organizations out here that's really putting a lot of dollars behind, trying to grow and reach more players like John and Trey.
What about me? Like I can play.
Well, Dr.
But
Shelley,
you're not.
I'm talking mess.
You're not new. You've been around the block a few times.
Don't say that because that don't sound right. These humans will run with that and think something else.
I'm talking about kickball.
Okay, thank you.
See, I'm talking about kickball. Look where your mind took you.
I don't know. That ain't like how that sounds.
you know. Hey, but look, so like, but no, Dr. Shelley, I was just going back because I don't want you to think, and I'll just use a legacy as an example. I'm obviously organizations they invest and they pay field expenses and things like that, right? Like a lot of groups they do that, but like when you start seeing groups that are really kind of like doing the unimaginable or the unthinkable, or bringing you to settings and environments that we never imagined playing at before. These are groups that are really taking a huge leap of faith and investing way more than the average to create experiences that they believe are going to bring new teams, new players, and establish, experiences that's going to allow them to take it back to their respective markets and say, man, I really had a good time at the St. James. The Midnight Madness was so great. They had 2 swimming pools, Olympic size, this and that.
Hey, maybe next year, man, we throwing in and host a pool party before the kickball games.
Boy,
that'd be nice.
I'm not getting anywhere near a GP Diddy a Diddy pool party. Hey Trey, I ain't getting nowhere near it. This boy's sick.
Hey, this all I want to say. Check out my Facebook tomorrow because I'm going to show the last time we went to a pool party what this man had on. He had on a pink thong bathing suit when we was in Vegas.
Sick. You sick.
When we was in Vegas. I'm going to post it tomorrow.
Did you have a red boots?
This man invited me all the way out to Vegas.
I just want y'all to know.
You had red boots?
Hey, Trey, John,
boots.
this is what I want you to know. And y'all been on this podcast now for 1 hour and 23 minutes and 32 seconds. Every time we talk business, this man somehow, some way, find a way to shift the conversation into something nasty, man. This guy is sick.
Listen, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post this man picture tomorrow on Facebook. I'll tag y'all. This man popped out. He invited me to a pool party in Vegas. The man popped out in a pink Speedo. I'm like, bro, what is you doing? What is you doing? He was like, what?
Hey, he like what he like.
Dr. Kelly, he was like, do you see something wrong?
He like what he like. Ariel, you wear your thong.
and the next day he wore it inside out. He wore
You recycle.
He did a 2-for-1. He wore the thong in the front the next time. I'm like, this boy crazy.
I Dr. Shelley don't have to say a word. You see what type of time this guy's disgusting, man. You see what type of time he on.
Hey, Dr. Shelley, he the one who said he do 2-for-1, did he not? Anybody who said that they wear their drawers twice and they turn inside out. You already nasty.
The crazy part about it, Dr. Shelley, the crazy part about it, before the podcast go live, he be trying to be professional. He trying to shift that shit on me. He'll try to tell John and Trey, hey, y'all gonna have to watch out for Arion. He can say stuff like, and here you go. I'm the truth. You showed it. I'm letting you self-destruct right now. Like you.
First of all, 5 minutes in, you say you wear your drawers twice. I didn't bring that up. You said there's nothing wrong with, because you like to save your money on laundry detergent, that you don't have no problem turning it inside out.
Everything's explained.
That's all you, brother. You started off like, I'm gonna let everybody know I'm a nasty. So as we dial it back, how does this equate to bringing new players into the game? Because this is what I'm trying to understand. This is what I'm trying to figure out, man. I don't understand how this conversation is, but nonetheless, the St. James state-of-the-art facility, 2 swimming pools, ice rink, full basketball court, all these things. And shout out to, because y'all made the investment in a facility like that to say, you know what, and the crazy part about it too is the confidence that you got to have in yourself and the ability to even attract enough teams to make it worth your while, to make the juice worth the squeeze. You know what I'm saying? Like, because so the thing about it was, we knew if we could just get the players there to see the facility was going to sell itself for the
That
following.
was nice.
We already knew that.
And you know what else? The drinks was reasonably priced.
At the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the only other thing. The crazy part about it, we was there when the restaurant closed and we left. That motherfucker was opened up selling breakfast. Selling breakfast by the time we left. That was crazy. Walking out that facility and the sun's out, that just lets you know, man, you was in there for a minute. It was like a casino. Like a casino, for real. No windows.
I've never went in a casino where it started off dark and came out light. But every time I go in there, it's the same time I come out. I go in there day, I'm coming out. I don't got the type of money to be in there all night, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not a gambler. I lose $5, I'm done.
I'm up. Don't let me lose my 38. I'm done.
38 is crazy.
Yeah. And I'm $38. I'm done. I lose. Yeah.
I give him $5
with that.
I give him $5.
Yeah.
$5.
I'll walk
Maybe
around
20.
the entire casino all night looking for $5 buy-ins. If I don't see it, I want no parts. What's the minimum? 5? Count me in. Count me out. Count me out.
So I ended up.
We got another guest.
Yeah, I ended up getting a text. Makai, I guess he ended up coming on board after his volleyball game. You ain't gonna see him. I guess he's in the car or something like that. But welcome to the podcast, Makai. And congratulations on Certified Bullies winning. And being as you on here now, I gotta tell the story because I wasn't gonna tell the story before, but now that you're on here, I feel as though I gotta tell it. Just so y'all know, Makai on Thursday, he contacted me and Tasha was like, "Oh, I'm going to have to pull my team because I got some people that's not going to be able to make it."
No, he didn't.
Blah, blah, blah. Wah.
No, he didn't.
Blah, blah, blah. And Tasha was basically like, "Nah, motherfucker, you better work it out. You better figure out how you going to end up because you're not dropping. You're not doing none of that." And so he went in this bag and figured it out. And look at that. You know what I'm saying? He ended up coming out as being the champion on the advanced side and end up winning MVP. That don't happen if he drop his team. So sometimes, Makai, you just gotta have faith in what you got going on, and with your coaching and your recruiting ability. No matter who you bring to the team, you're gonna figure it out. And you did that, man. So congrats to you. Congrats to Certified Bullies because everybody did their thing, and you didn't have to drop, and your team ended up winning anyway.
Hey, you don't got the cheering that you used to have where you used to play the applause that used to sound like static.
Nah, man, you told me that shit was trash. So
it was trash, man. Congrats, Big Neff.
You gotta take your phone. You gotta take it off mute, big dog. Let me see if I can take it off for you. Because you probably driving. I can't even take it off for you. Oh, there you go. There you go.
I think it's the area I'm in.
Okay. You heard all the great stuff I was talking about you?
Yeah, I did. I said thank you. I appreciate
it. So how does it feel, man? How does it feel is that your first time winning Legacy Joint as a coach? Because you came close.
Yeah, that's my first time winning. Oh no, my second time. I did the tournament for Call of Duty Elite. My women's team won.
Oh, you did.
As far as co-ed, yeah, this is my first win as a coach.
I mean, we appreciate you, man. I know, we said that we gave you a hard time. Tasha made you pull your britches up and figure out how to make it work for this particular tournament, and we're glad that you did, and you was able to do so because you came out on top. So we appreciate that.
No problem.
Hey, Big Neff, didn't me and you play on the same team last year?
Yeah, we played on I forgot the one night stand.
Mm-hmm. And won that one too.
No, we lost. No, we lost. We lost the food.
Oh, that's right. But I had left early. I had left at 2:00.
Yeah, I'm about to say you played like 1 or 2 games and got up out of there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's normal. That's normal for him. That's normal for him.
No, I listen. I ain't know how I did it. I had to go to work right after the tournament, and I went to work and I ended up going home because they said, "You tired? Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going to end the day early."
First of all, you said you was tired. You had to go to work and you was tired. You came in to Midnight Madness talking about my back
I
hurt.
did. So I fell on the ice. I fell on the ice trying to take my car to snow.
Arion, this man say I'm not gonna play. I'm just gonna be a sub. This motherfucker played all goddamn. All goddamn.
I had to go deep in my Birkin because the first game we played Goonies, I only played with 9 people because all my players was in the social championship.
He young, man. What I would give to be young again, man.
Right.
Shoot,
What I would give
afterwards,
man, you know, if I fall and hurt my back now, you count me out for the year.
well, the tequila definitely was the painkiller. So
alcohol gives you wings.
Dr. Shelley, you are really an advocate for alcohol, and I love it. She talked about how she was at the bar when they couldn't find her.
I wasn't lost.
How reasonably priced those drinks were that night, and she said,
I was impressed with that double I had. I was gonna go back, but they closed at 9.
We need to get you as an ambassador for Tito's moving forward, man. Because
Tito's, I love Tito's. Tito's hit me up.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, Mikal, you fell, you hurt your back. Somehow you managed to be the MVP. So, GP, yeah, talk about it.
MVP. I could have really I didn't even pick it. That's the crazy part because I was gonna pick somebody else. But my team was like, nah, you was in your bag on that mound. Like, you was making smart coach choices. And then them hoes really couldn't get their foot on that shit for real. So it's like, when you spinning that motherfucker and then you got a great team behind you.
You better pop you.
Yeah, like, you got a great team behind you. Like, I was so proud of all my 14 people because we was tired of the motherfucker. There's some people that played before in social and they still gave it their all. So I was, like, very grateful for that. Because I damn sure was gonna put that team out, but I got cussed out.
Who cussed you out?
The man with the snow beard and
no.
GP, what you do? You cussing out folks?
Hold on. First of all, everybody thinks that I'm the villain. They don't know that Tasha is really the fucking villain.
Tasha gonna get on your ass.
She is really her.
It's really Tasha.
Yeah,
it was mainly Tasha.
Yeah,
it was mainly Tasha.
You can throw your own business partner. You can throw your own business partner under the bus.
I'm saying she is the mean one though. Everybody be thinking it's me. It's really her.
It's definitely really Tasha.
Yeah, she's a bully.
No.
First of all, Ariane, how many times she bullied you when putting in the team?
Countless times.
Okay.
Yeah, so y'all know Tasha ain't getting, like, she called me as soon as I sent the message. She didn't respond. She immediately picked that phone up. It was like, I will drop kick you.
She didn't even text you back.
No, she called me. It was like, I'll drop kick you. I was like, you gonna drop kick me? So I was like, all right, since my players dropped out, you gotta help me find some people. She was like, no, you gonna help yourself find some people. So I found the people and we made it work. I played with 9 in the first game. We ended up winning in the last inning. Second game, we blew Samir and them Wine and Friends out the water. They should, like
not the blue.
Said, go to intermediate might have been the move for them.
I was talking cash money, taking up.
I feel like our best game of the night was against Arsenal. Both games. Who played
no competition. Oh my!
So that man say he took his best friend Samir them out, and then he took his daddy out next.
Yeah, but they was the only. I feel like Arsenal was really the only team that like really gave us the most competition because we tied with them. They ended up beating them in the final 2-1. Their foot was on our necks. We had to jump up on them early because they was not playing no games with us.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that got your back. You got to get the job done. My team did just that.
They say Wyan and Friends was home before MASH came on. They did.
I seen them gather their belongings quick because they knew they ain't make it, and some of them was up out the door.
Dang, so age really ain't nothing but a number.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. If I was playing in that Midnight Madness this year, I'd have purposely fixed the game to where we lost. I'd have made us lose. We'd have had to lose. Yes. Dr. Shelley would be like, "What's wrong with you? How come you just jogging to first base?" I'd be like, "That's me running full speed, Dr. Shelley."
Don't do area. Don't do.
First of all, your team paid too much money for them to come there for you to do some shit like that. Don't do that.
I would have lost it.
I'm tired.
You don't run your ass to one and keep going. What you slowing down for?
I'll tell you, that's as fast as I can run. But no, the entire experience sounded dope. Big Neff, what did it feel like for you to know that the way things transpired in terms of not potentially having a team, then having a team, then hurting your back, then coming and playing, and then only having 9 players, and then playing these tough matchups against close friends and family, and then ending it all in fashion with the MVP? What did that feel like?
I really wouldn't necessarily say it's tough because I don't fear no competition. You go out there, you play the best ball that you can. You just do your job, you do your part when your number is called. That's always what I was taught playing sports. I played sports all my life. You got to just let the game speak for yourself. Let the game speak for itself. Like, they let them people pop their shit. As long as your game speaking for itself, that's the popping the shit. The motherfuckers was talking shit. You say, "Oh yeah, we about to put y'all in the blender." I put y'all in the blender. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't phased. I was playing ball like I usually do. I was letting my team do the talking. And we went out there and we handled business.
Start calling that man Ninja Bullet, man. Putting all of them in a fucking blender.
We went out there and we bullied folks. So
what you say, Neff? In your hood, the bullies get bullied?
Yeah.
Hey, but it sounds like y'all did it, man. Y'all did an amazing thing.
They did.
Congratulations.
It was a good close game in the championship against Splash, but y'all ended up pulling away towards the end. So that ended up being a good game.
Shout out to Splash too, because Splash played some ball. Terrell,
they did.
Andre pitched his ass off. They definitely, they ladies too was doing their job. And shout out to bully ladies because they was holding it down. I had a person who never played first base ever in co-ed, and she did the job done. Shout out to Jazz. And shout out to Josh. Josh never played advance, and Josh was out there laying them butts down on the line. Everybody did their thing, but I really got to shout out those two because them two. And Sarah, shout out to Sarah because Sarah never played advance. She's in my 3 spot. And she was like, "Well, I never played advance. Well, you're going to play advance today. You're going to be in this 3 spot."
Oh, so everybody was getting bullied out that bitch. That's what you saying.
Yeah, it was just a whole bully fest, man.
Starting off with Tasha bullied you, and then you bullied everybody else.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, man.
But it's a great tournament, though. Great tournament. I was definitely up past my bedtime, but it was definitely a great tournament.
Yeah, and as we talk about the Midnight Madness and things like that, GP, you kind of mentioned it earlier in the podcast, but I think we're going to start to kind of see something new evolving with these tournaments taking place at untraditional hours. And that honestly is one of the best ways to host, John, in new destinations, right? And give people a chance to get different experiences without having to compromise some of your traditional events. So like for us, we'll be in Vegas and Arizona in the middle of the summer, but what is it? It's Midnight Madness, and so now we're able to do 2 cities that we probably wouldn't necessarily be able to go to because unless it was later in the year, but now we can go and host them, but do it later. Maybe even do like Orlando, where that tournament is at evening. It starts at 6 and ends at 1 a.m. So like I'm starting to see like the players are being more open to non-conventional hours in a sense, and I love it.
Yeah, especially in those, like you say, in those areas, in those cities where it's normally, like you say, Vegas in July or whatever, it's hot as fuck, but it's not. It's a perfect time to play overnight. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can still go to those destinations at that particular time. Just change up the time of the event, and it works out good.
Yeah, and then for us, it helps because you think about like being able to do it. Then a lot of times when you want to go to a Vegas or Arizona, the best times or the I guess not the best times, but the peak times, all the other sports groups have those fields and stuff occupied, right? Like all these other sports groups, softball, lacrosse, flag, they just gobble these fields up, and they leave nothing behind for small organizations that do kickball to get Arizona in fall or something like that. And so sometimes like summer is really all we have. And so like taking that and like using it to our advantage and making lemonade out of lemons is what we do. And seeing that the players are more open to playing, like I said, at hours that are non-traditional, I just love it, because now it creates opportunity for us to really kind of explore and expand outside, think outside the box.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about that. Even if you had men's or women's on the following Sunday, the fact that you can get off that Sunday and then you can sleep all day and then get up into, you know what I'm saying, to play the next thing like you would if you was at night. Because if you played a day tournament, you're probably not going to bed because you're going to go out and eat and do all that other stuff and hang out and then have to get up early the next morning. This way, you'll probably after the tournament eat breakfast. After breakfast, you're going to sleep, man. And then you wake up.
You're spot on. When we built out the schedule for Vegas last year, and I looked at it, I was like, "Yo, these players actually got more time between when their last game ended on Saturday and the first game ended on Sunday than they do at a traditional tournament." Because you take a traditional tournament, right? Like, let's say we end at 6 p.m. and then from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. you may go out and have like a drink at the bar afterwards, and then from 8 p.m. to 9:30, you're showering up, you're getting ready to call it a night, right? Let's say you go to bed at 10, 11. You wake up at 7 a.m. and go back to the fields.
Sometimes before that, because sometimes you have 7 o'clock check-in. So, you waking up at 6.
Right back to the field. Whereas with Midnight Madness, we ended at 3 a.m. Let's say you call it a night by 5, 6 a.m., right? You sleep up until 2, 3 p.m. You get up, you can still, F around if you want to for another 3 hours, then go back to the field at 8:30 p.m. You see what I'm saying? So like you got like 8 more time in between to rest and heal and get all that, like I was like, damn, like it actually works better for your body this way than it does the traditional way.
Yeah, because once you leave that morning, after you eat, you definitely going to fuck to sleep. Ain't no hanging out or none of that shit after that. You going to sleep.
You going to bed. Yeah, you going to
crash.
I had in Vegas. I still remember. When I finally got back to the hotel, showered up and laid down. We had the what's those big curtains called? The
blackout curtains.
The blackout curtains. Man, I shut them fucking curtains and laid down. And when I woke up, I thought, I'm thinking it's gonna be morning time or something like that. Man, it was midday. I looked out the hotel room, people at the pool chilling, DJ playing music. I'm like, damn, it's like 4 o'clock. People were like, I was like, sheesh, but yeah, those blackout curtains had me like in there like a vampire.
Yeah,
what time of day? So yeah. But yeah, I love what we're seeing, kind of like just the creativity with just kind of like the Midnight Madness and this type of stuff. And now also starting to get into a mindset where we're looking at playing at different facilities, whether it be an indoor facility like the St. James or looking at, a facility. Granted, it wasn't state of the art, but last year we played at the at City Hall when we did the Corey LaJoy. You know what I'm saying? Like we played on City Hall in Kannapolis. And so just kind of thinking like, different sites that we could play at. And what I think about is like when I remember as a kid playing video games, and you may play like one of those fighting games, and you get to pick whichever city or whichever stage you want to fight on, and you can go through and select. And I'm starting to look at kickball like that, like, no, we're gonna play indoors, or we're gonna play here or here, you know what I'm saying? But just like different stages that we're creating that are non-traditional.
So let me ask you this. This is so random.
Who you talking to? Me?
Yeah. You said like fighting games. What was your video game back in the day? What was your fighting game?
Street Fighter on Sega Genesis. Nobody could beat me when I had Ken wearing his yellow outfit. If I fought with Ken when he was, so I got a few. So number one was Mortal Kombat. That was when
I'm about to say I'm whooping ass on Mortal Kombat.
It was Mortal Kombat. Then it was Street Fighter. Then it was man, what's the one for PlayStation? Tekken. Then it was Tekken, and I also got into. I don't think a lot of people got into this, but one of my favorite fighting games was Def Jam Vendetta.
I don't know about that.
Def Jam Vendetta.
So who was your player in Mortal Kombat? My game was Mortal Kombat. Who?
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang. Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, I used to like Sub-Zero too, and Scorpion, but Liu Kang was mine. And then Ken was mine in Street Fighter, and then in Tekken. I can't remember the character's name in Tekken, but I used to get down in Tekken too. And then when they came out with the second version, the one who used to do that dancing and all that shit as he was fighting, the African.
What was that one? GP, you don't know what we talking about.
I sort of kind of.
Tekken, yeah.
You talking about what's his name? Dalsim or something?
No, that was Street Fighter.
That's the Indian dude.
The Indian whose arms stretched and shit like that. But
yeah, that's who I used to use in Street Fighter.
Yeah,
what?
He was.
Nephew, you know about Street Fighter?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I used to use Baraka and Kitana.
Oh yeah, I like Katana too.
You know, but these games, they taught us valuable lessons even as kids that we, GP and I, we talked about this the other day, but it taught us valuable lessons as kids that now we see as adults that we probably may have really overlooked. But like you think about these games when you used to play them and how you had to work your way to the top. You know what I'm saying? You had to start off early in stage one when you fought a weaker opponent, like in Mortal Kombat. And you had to work your way all the way up to Goro. And by the time you got to this dude, he had a whole fucking ponytail and 4 arms and would knock you the fuck out.
Oh, what was that man's name?
Goro. That was Goro.
That was Goro? Okay.
Goro. But the preparation and the work that you put in to get to that stage, allowed you and gave you the skill set to eventually beat him. They didn't just give you Goro on stage 1.
Right.
They gave you him as the final character to beat. But they made sure that they gave you the hardest character after you went through your trials and tribulations from level 1 all the way up to the top level. If I'm making sense,
like Punch Out. Oh, that's my other game, Punch Out. You remember Punch Out?
Yeah,
trying to get the Mike Tyson.
Showing your age.
I'm showing my age. GP was there first.
I remember. GP had an Atari.
I did.
He had an Atari and he had an 8-track. GP had an Atari and an 8-track.
He ain't lying. That's the fucked up part. He ain't lying.
He did. I know he did.
You ain't lying. You had an 8-track. That's in the museums now, GP.
Yeah, it wasn't then though.
Yeah.
I had an 8-track.
Nephew,
and Trey, y'all don't know what we talking about, dude.
Nephew, have you ever had I don't know how young John is. John, you strike me. You look young. Have you ever used a VCR?
Yeah, I remember Blockbuster.
About a VCR.
Yeah.
You know about VCR. Right.
Yeah, I remember
because they have these little segments that they do like on these sports shows where they'll interview like current NFL players right now and they'll show them a VHS tape and they'll say, "What is this?" And the players are looking at it and don't know what it is, Dr. Shelby.
Yeah.
For real?
And they're trying to guess what it is. They'll give them a Walkman and they'll be like, "What is this?"
Or I don't know. I had a Discman. Remember the Discman?
Yeah. Well, the Discman came after the Walkman, but
but that was more new than Discman.
Yeah.
They showed them.
No, Blockbuster used to be the shit because you can go there and rent games.
Friday nights to go.
You can rent games to play and then bring them motherfuckers back. Yeah, Blockbuster was shit.
Yep. I remember I used to swap out some of that stuff with like my, you know what? Never mind.
You know what? Don't.
See what I'm saying? They be saying it's me. It's not.
I can't be a whole hypocrite on here. I'm gonna chill out. I can't do it. But Blockbuster used to be the shit. You right, GP. You right.
Friday nights, I couldn't wait to go to Blockbuster.
Man,
and then you go in there and motherfucker done rented out the brand new movies and shit. You be like, I should have been in here
early.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
I'm a red box kid.
Oh, red box. Red box. You got 7-Eleven. Yeah. Right.
They used to put it right outside the gas station.
Blockbuster had it where you can mail in your movies too. They would send you movies after so long. Did y'all have that membership?
I didn't have that membership.
No, they had a membership where they would send you movies like DVDs, like every so many, like a week, and you ship it back after you watch it.
Yeah. Netflix did that too in the mail.
Netflix
did in the mail in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, I had a Blockbuster version.
I ever told y'all about that story? That time I went to Blockbuster and it got robbed while I was in there.
Is this a true story? First of all, Ariana, you know how you be making up these stories.
No,
is this
look,
true?
It's Dr. Shelley. It's a true story. I had just moved to Charlotte. This was 2009, right? So Blockbuster was still in a thing. It was 2009. I had just moved to Charlotte. And I was like, man, let me go to Blockbuster and get, I wanted to rent a game. And I go in there. I'm I'm in line getting ready to check out, and there's probably 2 people in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy at the front of the counter, the guy at the counter, he's talking real low to the cashier or whatever, and he ends up doing what looks to be a regular transaction, and then he calmly walks out the store. As soon as he walks out the store, the cashier runs behind him and locks the door. Just like immediately locks the door and turns around. And so when he locked the door, I'm looking at my watch like, damn, y'all closed? Because I'm thinking like, what you locking the door for? He locked the door. He turned around and told everybody, he's like, guys, he's like, we just been robbed. He's like, the guy that we just locked the door behind, when he was talking to the counter, he told him, empty the register, give me all the money, I got a gun. Told us that we can't go nowhere. We got to wait till the cops get there. And I'm thinking, when he locked the door, I'm like, hey, man, I got to go, man. Y'all, But anyhow, long story short, I was in there. I was number 2. I was the second behind the robber.
So you could have saved everybody.
I could have saved myself. But yeah, it's a crazy story though. I was in Blockbuster one day when they got robbed.
So how much y'all get?
I ain't get nothing. I ain't get nothing, man. I still had to damn pay for the game too. I like shit. You let him get it for free. You let him get it for free. I can't get it for free.
Well, they just lost money. You saw that.
Yeah, but
oh shit.
And Blockbuster actually had an opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yeah, they fucked that money up.
They had an opportunity to buy Netflix, and they passed up on it. And
I know they. Ooh.
Yeah, and I think if memory serves me correctly, I think right now there's only one Blockbuster that's standing, and the reason why it's still here is because it's kind of like a memorabilia type of store. It's like
still a Blockbuster. Where?
But I think it's in Seattle or Portland. Yeah. Oregon. Okay, Oregon. It's in Oregon. Oh, but they have it because it's kind of like it's like a monument in a sense. It's like we're just not gonna get rid of this, But
people actually go in there.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they sell merch and everything like that, but you can get DVDs and stuff like that too. Yeah, I'll look it up. It's somewhere in Oregon.
Yeah. Probably Portland, because when I went to Portland 2 years ago, it definitely struck me as a city that would still have a Blockbuster for real. No knock to Oregon, but it's in my opinion, it's a somewhat dated city. It looks and feels like a Blockbuster.
It's called Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah,
last remaining Blockbuster in the world. Yeah.
DP know exactly what it said.
No, the fuck I don't.
You know exactly what that said.
I ain't never been to Oregon, my guy.
It was just talking about visiting, saying that's the city he wants to go to.
Wasn't that the place we went to the Nike joint and then they ain't have shit in there?
That was Portland. Completely underwhelming too. So underwhelming, man. So underwhelming, man. Went to Portland, man. They told us, went to a conference up there. They told us, man, everybody at the conference, man, we can give you all exclusive access to the Nike factory store, right? Like, and when you get there and you get inside, it's gonna be 40% off everything. Dr. Shelley, and Phil Knight is from Oregon, and that's where his right. So like, I'm like, oh shit. So excited, made it a whole trip to go to the Nike factory store. Man, we pull up to the factory store. There's a line outside the store. The reason why there's a line outside the store is because in order to get in, they got to check your ID. They got to make sure you're a Nike member. I'm like, hey.
So you got to go through all of that like the Pentagon.
But you got to go through all of that like TSA pre-check. I'm looking like, man, I'm about to make a come up in this motherfucker. I started live streaming to flex on all the social media about what I was about to experience. I got me a shopping cart, and as soon as I bended that corner, it was a Nike Outlet 2.0, man. That shit didn't have nothing in there, man. I was so underwhelmed, so fucking disappointed. I'm looking at, didn't have nothing in there. I turned back around and I kept looking at the lady that checked my ID, like, you checked my ID for this? So I think I ended up leaving out of there with some socks and some fucking swimming trunks.
those pink Nike Speedos I was talking about earlier. See what I'm saying? It always comes back. It does. Y'all thought I was bullshitting. Nah.
I clearly said swimming trunks, man.
Exactly. That's what you had on.
We had the 2-hour mark, man.
Hey, Dr. Shelley, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. With that being said, we definitely at the 2-hour mark, man. John, Trey, we definitely appreciate you guys coming on, getting y'all perspective, especially being the first time on the Winner's Circle. I definitely, myself and Tasha and the whole Legacy staff, appreciate you guys coming and experiencing the Midnight Madness. That's something we do every year around the same time. So look forward to bigger and better next year, and look forward to. We didn't even talk about what we got coming up, man. We got Legacy. We got men's in Tampa coming up at the Battle of the States. We talked about we doing that, and then we're doing the Carter Elite in Charlotte, April 25th and 26th. And so that's coming up. That's going to be a traditional tournament as well. So just be on the lookout. We're going to have information going out. And we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Hey, John, tell your people up there where you at, man. When you go on to travel for kickball, tell them to get on board because they're going to enjoy themselves, man.
Tell them I go live and send me some stars.
You keep mentioning the star. What is that? Is that like money for?
Yeah, send me some money. I don't even have enough to buy a stamp. Why y'all don't want to send me no stars?
I didn't know what they were. It's currency?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
That girl been talking about stuff.
So, okay, John Bill just met me, America. So my personality is like, there's no gray area. It's either you like me or you don't. Yeah. So
the
I don't
stars,
give a shit if you don't. But at the end of the day, my thing is this: I stream and go live, and America was talking about my my internet service. So I was like, hey, if you got a problem, send me some stars so I can get me a hotspot.
Okay. I got you. You deserve all the stars in the world.
I know that's right.
Thank you in advance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like and follow.
Get it on out the way.
Oh, I forgot to mention something real quick. So I was supposed to mention this earlier. So for those who are maybe in between blessings and looking for jobs, SureTef Consulting, one of my businesses, I have partnered with a recruiting agency. So we are looking for attorneys, people in the IT field. Oh Lord, I can't remember everything. But anywho, if you know somebody, or even if yourself is looking for a new position or a new career, just send me an inbox and we have a conversation, and I can see what we can do.
Do you have to have a clearance?
What do you mean? I mean, some positions you can have certifications, and some you should be have a degree. But it just depends on what you're looking for.
Dr. Shelley, is there a link? Is there a link? Is there a link you could drop in the chat so that if anybody who's not live, like later when they watch it, they can go and access it? Is there a link?
I do have a link, but I have to share it later.
Share it later. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right.
But yeah. But in the meantime, just inbox me.
All right. GP, you made your Chat GPT caricature yet?
No, I ain't do that yet.
Okay. Make sure you make one.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can come up with. You made yours?
GP.
Now I'll make yours for you, GP.
GP, he gonna get you.
I'll make yours for you, man. Don't worry.
All right, man. Just send it to me.
I'll make yours for you. No problem. I got you. No problem.
All right, man. Y'all look out for that post. I'm gonna send that joint tomorrow, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, and we found. Okay, one more thing. We found the poke button in America. We found the poke.
No,
button.
he found it.
Ariel found the poke button.
That motherfucker poked me like as soon as we got off the.
I don't know nothing about poking.
What?
Hey Trey, what are your thoughts of the poke button on Facebook, bro?
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Okay.
You don't know about the poke button on Facebook?
No.
Bill, you know about the poke?
No.
Yeah, it's like if you want to flirt with somebody.
You don't have to be flirting.
Bro, you just said that. Why did this man poke me? Why did he poke me?
John Bell, it don't have to be poking. It doesn't have to be flirting or nothing like that.
Or it could be grab someone's attention.
Yeah, like hello.
Yeah.
As soon as we got off the fucking podcast last week, this man, I got a request. You just been poked. I'm like, man, this dude crazy, man. This dude is crazy, man. This dude is crazy.
You said the wildest shit, man.
Man, whatever. I captured that shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But we appreciate you guys coming on. Nephew, congratulations again. I hope your back feel better. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on your team, Certified Bullies and the MVP. John, Trey, we appreciate you guys coming on. We look forward to have you on Turf Wars and Call Elite and upcoming legacy tournaments because we do this shit for y'all, people like you guys who appreciate what we do because we definitely work hard and providing the best atmosphere, the best feels, and best experience that we can provide for you guys.
Yeah.
Dr. Shelley.
Appreciate y'all having us.
Look,
thank you.
Smart, look.
Oh, absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on too, man, because your hats are phenomenal. Send that girl some stars. And Ariane, we'll be in touch, man. Bayou Bash this weekend. I know you probably about to go underground 0 dark 30 and get your shit together. Because you leave out tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon?
My flight is tomorrow evening.
Okay, I probably cash out you some bread, man, so you can bring me back some potato salad, man. I'm let you know this place, man.
And while you cash out him, stars.
Boy, trying to get his salad tossed out there in New Orleans.
All right, man. See, y'all be thinking it's me. It's really him, bro. It's really him. All right, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
All right.
We'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.